Well, Robert, it's showtime.
Ugh.
Oh, I am just dying to eat at this closed diner. Looks familiar. Enlighten me.
This is from one of my favorite Friday the 13th movies, Part 5, A New Beginning.
A New Beginning. That's the Halloween 3 of the Friday the 13th franchise. Did not receive a lot of love when it came out.
Oh.
This movie is just more leftover recycled garbage from the last 4 times around.
Like Halloween 3, I grew to love it for what it was. I respect it. Had some really good kills, a lot of pretty girls, and it was a fun movie and a little mystery in there.
Yeah, to me it really harkened back to the original movie in terms of it goes back to being a mystery. We don't know who's really killing people because obviously it should be Jason, but I mean it's a pretty easy mystery to figure out, but still that they at least made an attempt to make a mystery of it. But this is a fun scene. This diner's only in one scene of the film. Very funny character named Billy, who was one of the hospital attendants, whoever, who drives Tommy Jarvis out to the halfway house at the beginning of the film. We'll get to follow his character later and see he gets killed out here trying to pick up his date Lana, who's just closing up the diner for the night.
That's right. Yeah, he's off work. Let's go pick up my girlfriend Lana at the diner where she works. Do some coke as you were required to do in the 80s. But unfortunately, you know, hey, access for everybody.
Access for everybody, courtesy of Tom Morga. I'm not familiar with who did the special effects on this, but apparently they were very good because the mock-up head that they made of Billy to put the axe in the head was so realistic that it really grossed Tom Morga out. And this guy had seen a lot of stuff at this point.
Right, and he would later play Michael Myers for a little bit in Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. He was fired off of that one and replaced by George Wilbur. And what happened after that?
And Part 6, he replaces George Wilbur for some scenes.
Yeah,
so
didn't know that.
Tom Morga's great in this film. He plays what they call the imposter Jason, but he plays Jason.
That's right.
Not only in flashback scenes, but in the one scene we have Corey Feldman in the film at the very beginning of the movie.
Well, that was Johnny Hawk, actually. Tom couldn't make it that day. I don't think he even realized they were doing that scene. I worked with him at a convention once, and he didn't. I don't think he was either called about that scene or he just couldn't make it. So Johnny Hawk was that Jason in Corey Feldman's scene.
Yeah, as much as people shit on this movie, that's a perfect Friday the 13th scene because every kid who grew up with these movies had a nightmare like that where Jason's coming after him. Corey Feldman was working on Goonies simultaneously, so he was only available for that. But he's not in the entire scene that he's even in when they are showing him walking towards the grave of Jason. It's actually a very small woman who's doing his double with the rain slicker on from the back. You can't tell that it's not Corey Feldman.
That's right. And that was I think that was in the backyard of a neighbor's of Corey's one weekend.
Done very quick.
And and then a couple days later, pretty much everybody's dead. But 2 of those people right here. There's a cat in the scene, but it's spared. It's mandatory to have a cat in Friday the 13th movie, apparently. It's a fun movie. It's even better on big screen. They're always fun with friends, so check it out.